All right, everyone. I am back. I had said I was going to stop doing Fallon Reacts, and I did for a little bit, but the world's gone stupid.
Yes.
More or less. And I have Supreme Heretic here as a guest. We had fun time last night with the whole panel. Oh my gosh.
That was legendary. It really was. I had such a blast, and we had like the perfect panel. So
Oh yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah, and we didn't all have the same opinions. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, there was such a stark comparison about opinions, but we could all agree by the end of it about different things, which was great.
And that's what you call having an actual discussion. And for all you people out there that like your shoehorn the diversity and force the inclusivity. Ha! We had organic diversity, so booyah.
Yeah, it was like the best thing ever. I loved it. So, there's a few things I want to talk about. Mostly about Hollywood is stupid and gone nuts and all this other stuff. And the first thing I'm going to discuss is the whole blackface thing. And we had discussed this last night, starting with the whole Golden Girls thing, which that's not even blackface.
No.
Because they had a mud
Yeah, two old
mask.
women in mud masks. How is that?
Yeah, because usually you have the big white lips.
Hmm.
And if you want a good example of it, check Sarah Silverman. She actually did blackface.
Well, there's like the traditional. Oh, you have to go back years and years and years. There's like the old like skits. There was black and white skits that had like people in what was the traditional like what people think is the racist blackface, which is the minstrel type blackface that
Mm-hmm.
you know people take such umbrage over,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's a traditional blackface.
Yeah,
This is nowhere near blackface.
right.
So I mean, you've got a what it boils down to is you have a bunch of misinformed people now running around saying this is racist, that's racist, finding racism around every corner, in every object, in every symbol, and it's absolute lunacy. It's 100% absolute lunacy. We had pretty much established standards across the board for what was crossing the line, and these people decided to redefine those standards, and now it's turned into clown world because it's absolutely 100% stupidity, and people, anyone with common sense knows that, but it's just this sort of vocal minority, and they have the loud voice right now because it's your typical, you go on their Twitter profile, they have, of course, in their name they have BLM, and then they have pronouns in their in
Oh
their
my gosh, yeah.
profile, and usually like a stupid anime avatar or some garbage like that, so
Oh
automatically
yeah.
who these typical people are, and they're, unfortunately, they have a loud voice because right now they're jumping on the bandwagon.
Oh yeah. It's hate mob right now. It's like
Hmm.
they're just pulling things out of the air. It's like y'all need to calm down. Y'all are way too addicted to anger and hatred and all this other stuff. It's like if they could, I know a lot of people have issue with it and say it's racist, but it belonged in a different time. Not a lot of people actually do that anymore. I think Robert Downey Jr. did sort of it, but not the minstrel 1930s or longer ago. He did it as a parody, and because he talked about he said his black friends had no issue with it. They thought it was hilarious.
Yes, it's done in a satire way. That is
Oh
like,
yeah.
because we talked about I talked about this with some of my coworkers at Bounding and what's not, about the fact that, yeah, they're going to come for Tropic Thunder next, and there's already been people bitching about Tropic Thunder, and yeah, they're going to come for that because they don't know any better. But
Oh
if
yeah.
you watch the actual movie, it's completely done in satire.
Right. And it's like, if they want to do that kind of going after people and all that other stuff, what about white chicks? Is it going to be for, I guess you could say, whiteface?
No, they'll
Or
never
is
say
that
that.
racist?
No, no, they'll never say that, Fallon, because you as a white woman, you don't matter.
Ain't that the
You're
truth?
you're not allowed to say that people discriminate against you
Right.
because
People go psycho over that.
oh my God, you have your invisible privilege. Oh God, I mean, I could sit here and go on for hours about that because
Oh
you
my
can
gosh.
poke so many holes in the white privilege myth. It's not funny, but the thing with this blackface thing, it's absolutely just out of hand. It's
Oh, I agree.
all this cancel culture stuff. If you even take it a level out from just the blackface part and pull the lens a little wider, all the cancel culture stuff is just absolutely. Um, I mean, it's way out of hand.
Oh, I agree 100%. And I put on posts like hashtag cancel the cancel culture.
Well, yeah, and you know what? It does need to be canceled. It does because
Yeah.
it's just terrible garbage.
Oh yeah, this sort of goes with the whole blackface thing because there's one YouTuber, she was really big and they canceled her and it ticked off a lot of people that have been in the YouTube community for a long, long time because she's one of the
Oh,
well-known people.
you talking about Jenna?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She felt, I mean, it's pretty bad when one of the OG really big YouTubers like Jenna Marbles decides that she has to leave because that the platform no longer welcomes her, and it's like that's a problem. I mean,
Oh
and
yeah.
we're talking about a woman that is was a huge part of the YouTube community,
Oh yeah.
and for her to feel like she's not comfortable here and she has to leave, that says everything you need to know, because sure, has Jenna Marbles been on the radar the last couple of years? Probably not. I mean, she's not as big as Pewds,
Oh
but
no.
but
Nobody is.
but I mean, that's still very notable because she was a huge name. That'd be like if somebody on the level of like Markiplier or somebody left,
Oh my
and
gosh, people would lose their minds.
yeah, and again, I feel bad for like you know white women in their late 20s to early 40s because they are targeted right now.
Oh yeah.
They
They most
they
definitely
are
are.
they are the major targeted group for this white guilt movement to
Mhm.
feel bad, renounce your whitehood, if you will. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me to do that because I am such a mixed mutt. If you're gonna go on that way, but I agree. I am not going to apologize for something I did not do. I think that is the major whole thing with the apology thing, and I'm sure people are going to hate me for this. Um, Honestly, if you personally have not committed the crime, why should you have to pay for it? That's saying your grandfather was Wilkes Booth. So you should have to serve a prison sentence for committing a crime that happened uh what 120 years ago? 140?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's what I don't like about this, and I'm not going to apologize for something I did not do.
Yeah, and again, that's exactly right. You don't have to apologize, and that's what people need to realize to wake up to is there's no reason to apologize. One thing that like uh, like Jeremy from Geeks a Gamer, like one thing he said long ago that he's right about is and he was equating this to SJWs, but you can take it bigger now with all of these Looney Tunes, no matter what it will be, the SJWs or
Mm-hmm.
the blind quote unquote activists or this and that. Never apologize to an outraged mob. Period. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to bend the knee. You don't have to give in to their demands because at the way that they're going about it, they're bullying you to give in to their demands,
Oh
and
yeah,
you don't have to do that.
I agree, and it's we saw some of that apologist whole thing when the celebrities decided to do the apology video, which I thought was the stupidest thing in the world.
Oh, it absolutely is because they're spineless. But we knew that about
True.
celebrities anyway. I mean, they're like the most spineless creatures. They are like jellyfish.
They're
You know,
parasites. They're trying to live off everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's like my God, they sit there and change the way the wind blows. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
don't they don't actually like stand their ground on anything.
Oh, I agree 100%. And honestly, I think we're going to see more videos like this because, okay, this is not the first video of its kind. There was another video that happened during the first wave of the pandemic with the whole singing that everybody was cringing so hard about.
Hmm.
So I'm expecting whatever the third catastrophe of this year because we started with the plague, which is basically what I'm going to call that because I'm not supposed to say the word. But
No, the cooties.
the cooties, yeah, let's call it the cooties. Um, and now we're having the second wave of it, so I'm wondering if they're going to do some big stupid thing about it. If there's another music video, I'm going to just throw a rock at it or something. It's like it's ridiculous, and I think celebrities are just so addicted to attention. They don't care if it's positive or negative. They just want the attention.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's just a bunch of garbage. They're absolutely just, oh God, they're spineless. I can't. I find myself every day the list of actual people in Hollywood that I think I have respect for. It dwindles every day.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. It's like the more and more this goes on, you're learning about who is really people you can respect. I think one of the people that hasn't really gone into this whole thing, Ryan Reynolds has stayed out of the mess. He,
Yeah, most celebrities that are smart, they just don't say jack shit, which is good.
oh yeah, or they're just gonna join the fans and mock people because I think Ryan Reynolds mocked a lot of celebrities during this whole mess.
We had a thing that came out today
Hmm.
on bounding. I didn't write the story; one of my coworkers did, but it's about Anthony Mackie, and he came out and he pointed out something like so very important, and he said, why is nobody getting mad that you know, there was no diversity on Black Panther. They used all black people.
Yeah, I did read a similar article.
You
I was
know.
posting a link from Feedly, which is a feed resource on news.
Hmm.
There were a few articles on the topic. Yeah, he said, maybe I'm misinterpreting this. He said it's more racist to not have a mixture of different races doing it.
Yeah. He pointed out the hypocrisy because he said, "Y'all are for diversity and inclusivity, but you only had an entirely all black staff on this movie. You didn't give anybody else a chance."
Yeah, he said it should be the best person for the job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I linked
he's
that earlier.
right. He's right. It should be on merits. That's the way that things. That's the thing. That's the way that things have run for years.
Hmm.
But again, this whole this whole movement wants to turn everything on its ear. They want to completely uh, remake all of our ideals into what they think is their twisted utopia, and it's not going to work out that way.
Oh yeah, I agree, and I think I'm hoping we are going to start seeing a change. It may be super slow, but I'm hoping we start to see a change because more people speaking out, like
I'm,
Mackie.
I'm sorry, I saw something so funny.
Oh no, what did you find?
Oh, okay. So on my Twitter, because I follow Kevin Sorbo, which by the way is one of the
Oh my gosh, I love him. He is
the oh god, Hercules.
Hercules. Yeah, he did a whole bunch of similar stuff.
But he retweeted a thing from the Babylon Bee. It says Mastercard changes name to Equality Card.
Oh my gosh.
But we're laughing about it. But funny enough, they're actually coming at that's the new thing now. Besides the blackface thing, they're coming after the word master. So you're gonna find people. You're gonna find brands and whatnot changing name of anything that has master in it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that Babylon Bee story actually comes true.
Oh, that would be depressing.
Uh-huh. Well, it's already been depressing considering, my God, what happened with Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben's rice. My goodness, like all of
Oh,
this stuff. Mrs.
I
Butterworth.
wanted to bring this up last night about the Unilever. Apparently, they're trying to get it so you can't use like whitening or lightening. Like you
Yes.
light.
Oh my God, what's going on with that?
I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? There is nothing wrong with it. You're just, and you can't say Brighton either. Apparently, that's
Yeah.
all racist. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
I used to keep it to myself and laugh privately at this, but I mean, I will go. Finally, this is the first time I've said this on a stream ever, but yeah, I have to agree with the good old hashtag liberalism is a mental disorder because it is at this point.
I think it was actually there's several doctors who did say liberalism is. There's videos all over YouTube about it.
Well, it definitely qualifies now. Jesus.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like, and then it's like people are trying to change the whole American dream, which used to be man marries a woman, has 2, 3 kids and a dog, a nice house, a picket fence. I'm like, that isn't ideal, and they want to destroy that.
Oh yeah.
It's like there is nothing wrong with the nuclear family. I know we've kind of gone off the Hollywood thing, but it does kind of fit with that because they're trying to change everything.
No, and I'm glad you pointed that out, Fallon. Because that is one of the big problems. There's been an attack on the nuclear family forever. That's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the reasons why the black community has run into so much trouble and lack of fathers in the home because they had government programs step in and take the place of father. So
Right.
fathers like took off, and moms are just relying on welfare as the new breadwinner. There's no you know rely on dad or anything like that, and the nuclear family got blown up in those communities, and then of course it started to take the concept of it started to take a big hit over the years as oh, that's not the standard. So this stupid way of thinking um, got more support because people were like, look at the divorce rate, look at the divorce rate. I mean, and it's just been constantly, there's been an assault on that idea, and sure, you're absolutely right. There is nothing wrong with, you know, a woman and a man loving each other, having children and sticking by them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And
Oh yeah.
that's what we still should strive for.
Oh yeah. I think the further they Hollywood gets away from that, they're going to see more and more people not wanting to watch their movies, not watch their television, all this other stuff. It's like people want something to connect to.
Well, listen, I'm all, and I don't want to come off controversial here. Oh God, because I'm going to come off controversial here, and I don't want to. Jesus, I feel like I'm always controversial lately. But the if you watch like something like my mom, obviously with her condition, she's kind of bound to her room. She spends a lot of time up in her room watching stuff on
Hmm.
TV. And I see her watch stuff like on Lifetime or Hallmark Channel, stuff like that. It's very rare anymore where you actually see like one of those like romance movies with a guy and a girl like meeting and falling in love, and the guy like actually like there's some courtship going on or anything like that. Instead it's in the new progressive era, it's it's a woman meets another woman, and the courtship is between the two women, and every guy is brushed aside, and it's things like that. It's just subtleties like that. They take away that idea of that couple that meets and forms that nuclear family, and it's
Oh yeah.
given way to the established sort of new thing of like hey, jump on LGBT bandwagon, jump on BLM bandwagon, and look, I do want to say disclaimer. I love the LGBT community. I find no problem with two people of the same sex falling in love, being together, but it's you know the way that executives program these networks. They're taking out everything for straight people, or taking out everything for white people, or Hispanic people, or other people. Uh,
Right.
and sure, it's becoming a bit of an issue.
It is. And it's crazy. And hello, Rosetta. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the channel I kind of resurrected. It's like I would love to. One of the major issues I have, and I will say, I don't mind the um LGB plus apple
LGBT,
orange
yeah,
that whole
LGBT
thing.
plus Q's XYZ.
Lots of letters and numbers. But
Yep.
I don't mind them. I have friends that are bi, are gay, and it's like we don't always agree on stuff. There's certain things we don't discuss, like politics, it's because they're hardcore liberal.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like I agree that we shouldn't be taking away stuff for because of the whole political climate. That's why I think movies and televisions, if they are not documentaries, then um, then it shouldn't have the politics. It's like you can allude to certain stuff. I don't care about that as long as it's a good story. That's what gets
Hey,
me. Am I getting a
exactly.
good story? Am I being entertained? Is this taking my mind off the current events? And to do that nowadays, I have to go watch an old movie like While You Were Sleeping, Sleepless in Seattle, those kind of era movies, which were the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Those are,
exactly it. Wow.
but yeah.
Are you shitting me? Way to go, Twitch. And just another reason for me to like rail on Twitch.
What'd they do this time?
As of 4 minutes ago, my buddy Jack Posobiec, shout out to Jack. He works for One American News. He tweeted out that Twitch has suspended the official Donald Trump channel.
Lame.
Hmm. For hateful conduct, apparently.
Yeah, I've noticed that Twitch is doing that. Um, uh, Twitter, Facebook. It's like, what's Twitter going to do if they suspend the president's account? I'm like, then y'all are not going to hear a single thing about what he's saying about y'all.
Well, yeah, and that's alarming because they're going and making these standards up. You know, we're going to suspend you over hateful conduct. We're not going to tell you what that conduct is, but we're just going to give you this sort of generalized reason why your account's suspended. There's no there's no sort of detailed explanation.
Oh yeah,
And you know, and that's the thing. It's like it's a way it's a pussy way to suspend somebody is what it is.
oh yeah, and it's all because they don't like what they're saying. That is
Mm-hmm.
what it is. It's like if they don't, if you're not saying, if you're not doing the party line, that's when they attack you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know,
I'm surprised that the Fandom Collective and the Fandom Menace haven't all been kicked off Twitter.
give it time. I'm sure we're
Give
gonna
it
be
time.
targeted. Well, I'm sure we're all gonna be targeted shortly. You know, I mean, this is why it's important right now to like you know some of the bigger YouTubers, like even people that aren't like Phantom Menace, like It's a Gundam, like you know people like Eric July, you know people like that. You know, pay attention to those people because they're saying some good things right now. I almost had one of the huge YouTubers on with us last night. Um, a guy that I really respect, Upper Echelon Gaming. I almost had him on. We almost had him on Phalon, and that's a channel he's got like I think he's got a real huge reach.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah,
Um, I'm trying to get in Rosetta. She wants to come in, talk about this stuff.
but yeah, you know, see that it's important right now to listen to these voices while we got them because eventually there's going to be a huge censorship purge. They're going to come after all of us. They're going to try to kick us all off. You know, between you know big channels, small channels, whatever. Anything that
Oh yeah.
disagrees is going to be kicked off, and it's only going to get worse because imagine if Joe Biden wins this election. I mean,
Oh god.
it's going to be open season on all of us
Oh yeah,
because
I agree.
yeah, because at that point they don't want anybody having a dissenting opinion or anyone that could cause a resistance.
Oh yeah. It's like, even if they do kick us off YouTube, even if they do kick us off Twitter, it's not like it's the only choice. They'll probably still come after us.
Mm-hmm.
Like with BitChute, a lot of people are posting over there and stuff. And then what happens is all the people go to these free speech places that they can't attack. And it's like they're going to probably get more psychotic as it goes
I
by.
have zero F's given, man. I will post stuff on Pornhub if I have to.
Oh my God.
I don't care. I don't care. I mean, I'll do whatever I got to do. Because there's been people that have done that. When content has been banned on Twitch or on YouTube, whatever, they'll post it on Pornhub.
Oh gosh.
And I'll do that. Because there's been people that have had just a YouTube video taken down for stupidest reason, and it's nothing bad, but it's been taken off of YouTube and not restored. So
That happens a lot.
So the YouTuber posted it on Pornhub.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would go that far. And hello, Rosetta. But oh my gosh, yeah.
These are weird right now. I can't stay in the camera.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna switch this up.
There we are. Ah!
There we are.
Hey, Drew.
Hey.
Feeling any better?
No.
Hugs?
The only thing that's making me feel better today is being around Phalon.
All the hugs from Rosetta.
I still can't fucking do anything in Twitter. This is stupid.
Oh my gosh. Twitter has issues.
Yeah, it does.
7 days completely locked out because 6 months ago I asked somebody if she was dropped on her head.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking pussy thing.
But yeah, we're becoming more censored every day.
Oh, we are. It's like we can't say certain words, or you get deplatformed.
Well, this is like I was saying to people, and I put a tweet out about it a few days ago. It's like, eventually we got to push back. And I'm waiting for who's going to step up and when we're actually going to push back. Because it's like that speech in First Contact where Jean-Luc's explaining, to Lily about the Borg. And he said they take entire star systems and we fall back. They kill people, we fall back. They continue, they take entire worlds and we fall back. The line must be drawn here. And people need to hear that message. They have to say enough's enough. We're drawing the friggin' line here. And nobody is standing up to these bullies right now because they're like, oh my God, I can't stand up to them. They're going to say I'm racist and ruin my life.
Oh, fuck them. I mean,
but no, I'm serious, Rosetta. That is the general mindset of most people.
oh, I know it is.
They're scared of the mob because they're afraid to have their life ruined.
They're afraid they're going to be canceled.
Because, these sick people will go to any length. They will go to your employer. They will go whatever they need to do to get you, blacklisted, banned from society.
Oh, that I've been facing the stalkers, harassers, and people threatening that shit, so.
Yeah, but, we've actually seen it happen, though. We've seen it happen to other people we know.
I think they would if they could actually figure out where the fuck I am.
We've seen it. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen to people like that Umbrella guy. It happened to Nerdette. It happened to I've seen it happen.
I'm serious. I think if they could figure out where the fuck I am, they would try.
Yeah, probably. Who knows? But yeah, all it takes is a few courageous people to start speaking out, and then it's going to spread like wildfire. Yeah, we just have to continue to hold our ground and not give in, and stand up against it, because we know it's wrong, and there's nothing wrong with calling it out. And that's why I commend you so much, Phalon, for doing the streams day. You're amazing. I mean, you're absolutely amazing for doing this.
It's at the end of the day, it's like I can't be quiet anymore. It's like I have to say something. I got so stressed out is why I had converted 13th hour to Phalon React. No, not 13 hour. Phalon React to 13th hour because I wanted somewhere to escape to and all that other stuff. But I came to realization like I can't do this. I need to resurrect Phalon Reacts on a different channel, something new, something separate from all the stuff I had been doing. And I'm going to try to a couple of times a week do streams. And when I get my new computer, more videos are going to come out on articles I intend to do and reactions and all this other stuff. It's like that. I know that a lot of people had said the Civil War is coming, and it's not going to be like the Civil War that we had back in the 19th century. So, and I don't know how that's going to play out if we do end up in a civil war.
I think we kind of are. It's a war for our freedoms, just it's being fought with totalitarian thugs and going to the police instead.
Mm-hmm.
What they're doing is censorship in order to win the war.
Yeah, and that's not really helping them. We can always find a way around it. That's why there's a lot of great places that are around that we can use. Like there's BitChute.
This isn't just about these online sites, so that's the thing people miss about this. This is Alinsky 101. Push, nudge, shove. They are going to try to shove you into what they want as a culture. And the first thing they do is they come at it piece by piece by piece to take off all your resources until they can shove you into either complying or being dead.
That's terrifying.
Research Alinsky. He freaking dedicated his book to Satan. And he's one of the heroes of the left in the 60s.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, and it's literally he gave a play-by-play on how you get people to do what you want and you create your political views. And it is basically the book that explains the actions of how to create the Overton window. How to slide culture to the point where you're beyond the original goalpost.
Which they've I'm assuming they are beyond the goalpost at this point.
To some of the people in that era, at least. If you research a lot of the early Fabian and feminist stuff in the 1800s, they actually have not hit the goals yet.
Man, look, they're never going to convince me there's nothing wrong with titties and beer. I'm sorry. They're just never going to convince
me. The history nerd comes alive because I study history and how things become what they are.
I mean, I'm as much of a gentleman as they come, but I am still like a proud toxic male, and I will never stop being that.
Yes, nipple glasses.
Yeah, you damn right.
That goes back to when he hung out on my channel months ago, girl.
But I am. I've got to head out because I am on my way to get a very long needle stuck in my neck. Ouch. And get hopefully some relief from this incredible pain. And I hate this, so I am going to have to bow out. But
message me, you know how you're doing, and let me know how you are. Okay.
Yeah, Phalon, we definitely got to do more of these because I love talking about this stuff with you. And
Drew, if it makes you feel better, right now I'm colorizing and drawing boobs.
Oh, well, that's great. But, It kind of it kills your buzz real quick when all I have in my mind at the moment is like a super long needle like and I don't like that
Think
thought.
away from the needle. Focus on the thought of tits.
But Phalon, much love, sweetheart. Keep being a patriot. I will talk to you soon, and we'll do this again.
Alrighty.
All right.
Definitely.
All righty. Take care. Bye, Rosetta.
Bye. My trouble.
So how have you been?
Yes, I put the first. Working a lot.
That's good. Finally made affiliate on Twitch. Granted, I've only made like $5 on there. But yeah, it's like we were talking about and I was about to start in on the self-deplatforming of voice actors, which is so stupid.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, oh, well, I can't play this character because I'm not black. And I'm like, so then there's a bunch of actors who can't play aliens because they're not aliens. There's all this different stuff. It's like, well, then you just ruin your industry right there. There's a reason why it's called acting.
Okay, this is the thing is, they want us to get offended. It's like what they were going at. They wanted, and there's been a couple of them, like Johansson with what's the name of it? She literally was trying to play a woman that was mostly white, partly Hawaiian native.
Mm-hmm.
Was rejected by the tribes often because she looked white.
Right.
And yet they were telling her you shouldn't play this part because you're not actually part native. Well, the point is they're looking for somebody who didn't look native.
That's ridiculous.
So how the hell is that supposed to work? Because even with people like me who are really pale, who are part, there's so many native features that most of the people of the tribe I'm from recognize it instantly.
Right.
So it's harder to be rejected by your tribe. So they needed somebody who looked outside of the tribe who didn't have those features in her genetics.
Oh my gosh, that's so stupid.
And it was
they hired her.
Woman.
Oh my gosh, they should have just hired her. Because if they were going for someone that didn't look like that, then it would have fit.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's like, what do you want people to say? What do you want them to do? Well, she's not actually native. It's like, so? I got news for you. Almost nobody who's played natives in history, including a lot of the ones who play them today, actually are.
Right.
So fucking what?
They are just opening up a can of worms that they're not going to want. And I think we're going to see more people deplatforming themselves.
Yeah, that's disgusting to me.
It's like, that is virtue signaling, pure and simple.
Oh, yeah. We've got a mission. We got to tell people, you need to be offended so that we can placate you because you're too fragile to take care of yourself. It is such a bigotry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like,
what do you want?
You're doing this not to be racist, but you're racist.
Why are you bringing me Athena?
She's getting herself into trouble, and I can't watch her.
Athena, come here, girl.
Oh, pretty kitty. I love kitties.
She's like, okay, I'll sit here and get attention.
Aw. But yeah, it's like, Hollywood is stupid right now and has been for the last decade or so.
Right.
And I'm noticing that there is like no original content. It's either sequels or reboots.
Reboot, retelling, respin, sequel, prequel.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Can we just make something different now, please?
Yeah, go hire people with original thoughts in their heads.
That's why I think I'm getting so into doing the comic stuff, is because I'm at least working on projects that haven't been told before.
Yeah, and I think that is a really good thing. It's like I've been looking at all this stuff. Like, I will admit that I do want to see the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show.
Not so hard, girl. Like when I'm purring, I have to need you.
But I really like Sebastian Stan. So
You see how tiny this kitty is?
it is a small kitty. Is the kitty full grown?
She's 4 years
Okay,
old.
so she's a small house cat.
Mm-hmm.
Is she purring?
You can hear it?
Not really, but I'm guessing the way she's moving. She looks happy. Aw. But yeah, it's like there's no original stuff. Like one thing that's annoyed me, but I'm also intrigued. The director of the John Wick series is going to be doing the reboot of Highlander. I'm like, please don't be forced diversity. Please don't be forced diversity. But I know the director is really good at John Wick, and this is his first non-John Wick film.
The world revolves around her. Just ask her.
She looks so happy. I'm like, oh, sleeves. But yeah, it's like I want some original stuff. I remember back, it was probably a couple of years ago, they were going to reboot Xena. But they were going to make it super woke feminist. And apparently it fell through.
They would not listen to any of the fans. Even after everything, they're still going to try to reboot Princess Bride. Even though every single fucking actor and director from the original said don't do it.
Yeah. Though this Quibbly thing that they're doing, I don't know when it's coming out. The director is actually a part of it. The original Princess Bride director.
I don't care. Don't fucking mess with the classic.
And here's one thing they said about it.
Bastards in Hollywood today.
Oh my gosh. I agree. Don't mess with that. My whole deal with the Labyrinth, initially I was like, no, don't do it. But the writers and directors of the first Labyrinth said they're working on the second one.
I personally don't care, honestly, because look they got the original people for freaking Picard and it's still a woke piece of shit.
That is true.
And yeah, and I'm really, really happy fucking with that, considering the fact that I grew up with this idolization of freaking Crusher, and I got flagged on Twitter the other week by fucking Gates McFadden.
Why?
Because I called her out as being an elitist bitch when she was spreading anti-white shit and saying that she uses her money to affect elections in other states.
Oh boy, that's some illegal stuff.
There's a legal loophole to it, and I'm sure.
Of course there is.
I'm sure she has a lawyer who helped with that. There are certain ways that they can use their money to buy things in other states, but without actually technically buying the election. And it's a common practice from Hollywood. They do this so that the people in these small states don't get anybody that actually represents their ideals on either side.
Right.
So they have to be forced to vote for somebody that more supports their notions of what the world should be. Ugh. And she correctly said she's going to be doing it to Montana and Kentucky.
Rude. Also, we've got Mega Jetty in the chat, says, hello, Phalon and Rosetta. And his response to Xena, holy blank, reboot Xena? Heck no, unless it's Lucy Lawless returning, I'm not interested.
So I called it out. I was not subtle about it, but yeah, she fucking flagged me.
Ugh. I've noticed that I'm below a lot of people's notice. I've never once been flagged. I've probably been blocked. There's a few people I used to follow and they're disappeared. So I'm guessing because I'll admit the Raylos are a little bit crazy, but I have said on many occasions I may not like your ship, but more power to you if you want to do fan fiction, fan art, and all this other stuff. But I do say a lot of negative stuff about the sequel series. So I'm just waiting for the moment that people start blocking me and flagging me.
Oh, it's happened to me. I've got a collection. By the way, almost every single writer for Marvel has blocked me
Really?
because they all went following suit when freaking Gail Simone attacked me.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't like that I disagreed with one of her positions, so she decided she was going to try to sick her fans on me.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work well. By the end of it, it was her coworkers and a whole bunch of her fans blocking me because they didn't want to watch me rage back at her.
Oh my gosh.
She came to my wall and started ranting and raving and bitching at me on multiple tweets, some that weren't even about it at all.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Jeffrey wants to know, what does it mean to be flagged on Twitter?
That means that person kept reporting everything you say to them until it gets you suspended or watched because the reports. When I called her out as elitist, she reported it as harassment and stalking. Which it's not. It's a fucking public post.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've been flagged. I don't know if you get alerted if you're flagged.
If you actually get suspended, which is when they've done it enough that it will eventually be accepted, you'll know. Because this thing's happened, and there's only one thing that happens if you're replying to a specific person on multiple posts and threads, and within seconds each reply is getting reported. It has to be the person you're saying it to. Nobody else can watch that fast.
Jeez.
And that's what happened with her. And that's what happened with a few others I've dealt with over the last year.
If anybody was stalking, she was.
Watching closely, see if I replied on her threads again so she could report it.
Oh, jeez.
But you're a public figure. That's what that check mark means. That means you're supposed to be more open to public comments on your posts.
Yeah, I don't think they care. Not even a little.
It hurt for me because she was one of the ones I really liked growing up.
Yeah. I guess it's true what they say. Never meet a childhood idol or somebody you really respect.
Yeah. That's like, Spiner is a wanker, but at least I can usually ignore his crap. Hamill's an ass, but I still like his work, so I usually try to overlook it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I can't just because of how ridiculous they've gotten.
Oh, yeah. I don't follow celebrities because, I do follow Kevin Sorbo.
I don't, but I see the posts come up.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that. I think the only person I follow is Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, did you see his little mini-series he had online a while back?
I don't think so.
The short episode mini web series kind of stuff they do?
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Dealing with the schools and freaking Common Core and shit. It was... And woke culture in the schools and trying to tell people what to say and think and stuff like that. It was very anti-PC.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's just retweeting all this other stuff. It's like, love Kevin Sorbo. I respect him for holding to his beliefs and stuff. He's a very Christian man. He pays for all the movies he does now. It's like,
Jetty, she goes at you personally. She tried to attack my channel, my streams, my videos, and then tried to pretend she doesn't know who I am. I said, at least I can produce a video that doesn't look like a child on drugs did it.
Oh, shots fired.
Because have you seen her videos? Freaking window licking quality.
Ugh.
It is the most asinine, infantile bullshit.
Okay, it says I gave an opinion piece. It said sorry, but not sorry for women taking over comics. I said she can take her comics and shove it, and she mocked me for being an aspiring writer. She called me a tryhard. I ain't no tryhard. I'm full of a. Yeah, I think Kevin Sorbo's Hercules is still a big fan favorite, and they better never reboot that. They probably will.
I actually was not a fan of it.
Uh,
I don't like what they did to a lot of the mythology in it at all.
Yeah, that was always a major issue for a lot of people with Hercules and Xena. And Xena kind of crossed timelines and all these other stuff that didn't make a lot of sense.
They made the character up purely to have a sex appeal one.
Mm-hmm.
She's not in mythology.
Yeah.
And to a lot of people, that bothered us. Not because we're against sex appeal and all that. No. Rage that on. It was that they inserted it to try to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, here though. This is the perfect one. I'll show you this image. Fucking hell. Because
all right.
This one fucking shows that she doesn't care what she says and does. Yeah, I save screenshots when they attack me. I promise you I haven't. They are choppy, poor grammar, bouncing weirdly from topic to topic. In fact, I rarely do videos, mostly live streams. Nice try though, sweetie. Or you can just own that you are a bigot to white people and men. Oh, and popular too is her response to saying that.
Okay, that does not help you, lady.
Bigot to white people or men. She owned it and said that it's okay because I'm popular.
Oh, Lord.
That's Gail Simone.
Give me the strength to deal with stupid people.
That's one of the main writers at Marvel right now.
Oh, you mean the trash they're putting out right now that nobody likes? It's like I stopped reading Marvel comics back in, oh gosh, how long ago was it? 37 now? Well, almost 37. So it's been at least 20 years. I think, yeah, I'm remembering my childhood with the Age of Apocalypse and stuff like that. That was a really good storyline.
Because she attacked me, she started saying things about me being a cult leader and only following people and stuff, and ask your leader what you're allowed to say and shit like that. And I responded with, yeah, I guess if you can't even make YouTube videos that don't look like a grade school or projection, then this seems like an intelligent reply. Yes, I called you out for slurring, race, gender, and body, and you say this. Projection is an ugly thing, darling. The era of people like you is over. And then she's like, have you watched your videos? It's like, I promise you haven't.
Oh my gosh.
Because instantly I'm going to attack your work. I don't even know who you are, but I'm going to attack your work because you said something about me. She owned that it was about popularity to her. All this was because I went to one freaking post she made where she said that you have to remove white Christians and males and able-bodied people to build up the others, and said that this is racist and bigoted. And she started stalking my page for days. She attacked, and then went to her page and made posts about it, directly talking about what I said, but not tagging me on it, and then sharing the link to my page in the comments below to get her fans to stalk me.
That's just nuts.
Right?
Like, and she's supposed to be the one in charge over at Marvel. You would think she could hire a video editor.
Oh, her videos are I have never seen videos this bad of quality by anyone else ever.
Oh, gosh.
She is. I want to know how many drugs she's on. She's supposed to be in her 50s and she's this stupid.
Oy.
But when she said popular, I just went, yeah, seriously, and that's important to you, Buttercup? I hope after the length of your career, you would be a little more intelligent than that.
The world has lost its mind. That is what it is right now. It's like, and people acting like that, there's no way anybody's going to respect them. Even in the circles they're in. I'm pretty sure people are laughing behind her back, too. What the
Now,
heck?
again, when she kept attacking my page and attacking my page, I did make comments like, Jan, why don't you try some lithium, darling, because you're really unhinged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jeffrey says, to me, Marvel Comics died after Civil War, where Cap was killed and Spider-Man undid his marriage to Mary Jane Watson, his sexy bombshell, Lois Lane to his Superman. Oh, gosh. I'm so glad. As sad as it is, I used to love comics, but I'm actually glad I'm not into comics right now because it sounds like everything has
Be
lost.
into comics. Just be into the indie stuff that people like me and my boss are making.
Okay, yeah. Once I start making some
Because look at
real
that.
money, I might try to get into that.
Look at that stuff.
So, what's the story for this one?
This is going to be a colorized version. It's not going to be out for a while, but his black and white alternate version of it just started the fundraising.
Okay.
That's Road Warrior Drake. And interesting thing about it is one of the sections in the book actually has the hero beating up a group that was based on Antifa as they were trying to shut down the police.
Heck yeah.
And he wrote that 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And then it was already scheduled for going live and fundraising before all this started. And it comes out right in the middle of all of it.
Sounds like a perfect comic.
I know, right? It's like, oh, I'm so proud of my boss. He's not backing down from this. He's advertising on it. Like, look it, I'm almost prophetic here. Read this.
Absolutely. It's like, oh my gosh.
Mad respect to him. But you know who Anthony is, Dark Gift Comics, right?
Oh yeah. I was in a live stream with him last night.
Okay. The trailer to the Indiegogo for my boss was me, him, Shay Skywalker, otherwise known as Aaron Easton, and Purple Smurf together actually made the song.
Oh, that's cool.
So it actually has its own custom song that I helped write and perform in.
I think that's a great thing.
But it was exciting because I actually got to work with them and stuff. And when I do my Eagle photo book, I'm going to have 2 covers. One is going to be drawn by my boss, Laz, from Drake, and I'm going to be colorizing it.
Right.
The other I'm going to be colorizing also, but the one that's going to be drawing and creating it is Anthony.
Oh, nice. That's actually really, really cool.
So, yeah, they're literally going to be photo books, but they're going to be artistically designed in the center to have a lot more of the colored backgrounds, details, and stuff like that, and be a little more artistic than most photo books.
Right.
And then the covers are actually going to be based in the comics and Comicsgate stuff.
Cool.
So they're going to be unique.
Oh yeah, it sounds a little bit like something I probably love to have read back when I was a kid, and it's relevant. So, yeah. But yeah, it's like as soon as I can start actually making legit money on all this stuff, I will definitely donate to the Indiegogo.
I'm just really determined to build up all these people because I'm sick and tired of what they've turned the culture into, and I want to help change it.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm doing all this colorist work stuff. That's why I'm getting involved so much. It's time to start fighting back.
Oh yeah.
I'm applying currently for a job, but I may or may not get because it's a really intense one. I'm working on the final page to send her test pages. It's crazy. If you're willing to show that you have some ability and that you're willing to do the work and pay attention, you get attention in this community and you get support in this community fast.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
agree
still
with that.
working on my first colorist jobs. I have several.
Really? So do they just send you the sheets, like samples right now, and you just color them with your supplies?
That's basically what it is right now. With Alaz, he sends me everything. Yeah. By the way, when you do
Oh my
this
gosh.
stuff, you have to, print it on really thick reinforced
Right.
paper so that you can use paints and other stuff if you need to blend certain effects,
Okay.
and it'll absorb. And so the paper is solid enough that if you hit too hard with a pencil or something at any point, it's dirty. So when you take 100 some page graphic novel and you print it on that kind of paper,
Oh, you can hear that thickness.
I have to do this stack for my boss, and I have other projects I have to do in the middle of working on this.
Oh gosh.
And you can actually see that I'm working on it there. You can see the bricks 3D'd already.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That looks good so far.
So it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah. How many? You said you're doing 100 sheets for
Um,
one book.
Drake, the version he settled on and finished on is not as many sheets as the version I'm doing because he changed parts of the story, took some out, and altered their artwork some.
Oh right.
He's having me do a colorized version of the original story.
Oh, okay.
It's about 160 pages.
Is he going to sell the original story or?
The final edit is what's up on his Indiegogo right now. This is going to be down the road as we do other projects to be released.
Okay, that's cool.
Because I don't want the shipping on his black and white to be dependent on this thing because this thing's freaking going to take a long time.
Oh yeah. Especially since you're doing several projects at once. Oh my
And don't
gosh.
forget my books, and don't forget the fact that I'm trying to find and hire staff to do a comic with me, which I would also be doing the colors in myself.
Man, it's like, wow.
Busy.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
And it's
Because I
funny,
know.
Jetty knows he was around me when I was just learning to do the drawings of people in the community last year, and I hadn't gotten any of these kinds of jobs or anything yet.
Right.
It changes fast.
I agree. I know that I've started working with the FC. I know that Flip and Penny do most of the postings on there. But I think I'm going to end up taking over for Flip so he can work on the other projects with the Fandom Collective. And I'll probably be working for the Fandom Collective full time in probably a couple of months, if not sooner. This right now we've got Patreon set up and all this other stuff, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, I keep getting this kind of work.
At least it's something you enjoy, something you really, really want to do.
Basically, as soon as I posted the picture I did of Darth Barbie and people started sharing it, I started getting all these offers for work.
That's great.
It's like, and I'm still a little disoriented. Jetty, you had no effect on my ability to get work or do anything. You just knew me before it.
Oh yeah.
It ain't that important, boy.
I remember those first couple of drawings you did. They were pretty amazing. I know you said you were going to mail them off to people.
Some of the people have gotten the drawings I did of them, some haven't yet. It's up in the air kind of thing right now. There's still a few people I owe them to that I have to finish them. I was, however, thinking for my boss's next campaign, since I'll be doing colorist stuff on this next campaign, that we should offer a tier where I'll actually do those custom for the people who pay the extra.
Hey, that's actually a great idea.
Because then, because people pay several hundred for that kind of custom drawing.
Yes, they
So
do.
if you threw that into a high tier for the book, it would help fundraise quickly.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Just a thought, you know?
Right. So, oh crap, what was I gonna say? Lord.
I'm just tired.
How long have you been up?
I went back to sleep for a little bit, but basically woke up at 4 something.
Mm.
Well, to be fair, I actually kind of didn't really go to bed till not. Oh crap! I know I'm tired. I've been sleeping more lately than I usually do, though. I usually don't really sleep.
Yikes. Sleep deprivation is never fun.
Well, Jenny, I still have horrible luck in a lot of ways. I'm just getting work, and I don't think that's luck. I think that's skill.
It is skill because people are acknowledging that you have that skill to do all this stuff.
Trust me, if you only knew what I've been dealing with, Jetty, I don't have good luck. Wow. Hey.
Let's see. I'm just posting these. But oh gosh. I don't know if I'll do it in the near future or if it's going to be a couple of months, but I think I'm going to go back in trying to attempt drawing. But I'm really bad at it.
I'm doing one right now that's a very specialized piece. So I'm using a lot of metallics on it.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's also got a lot of nudity on it.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't kidding about that.
I
If I finish
I'm
the
not
piece
surprised.
and I do well, I get hired by her, and then I'll have to get used to doing colorist work on a lot of nudity.
Does that bother you?
No, but it makes me wonder if I could get my mom to stop having her prayer group try to get me work.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to tell my mom the details, but she wants to know what's going on in my life, so I told her I am up for a comic job, and she's been trying to have her prayer group pray for me to get my work.
Oh.
I'm sitting here colorizing boobs going, Mom, please don't. Why not? Please don't.
Well, once you got the job, tell her, okay, you don't need to pray anymore. I've got a job. It's solid. Get paid.
I'm like, holy crap. I love her. I love her pieces, but
Sometimes it's like, Mom, stop. I'm the same way with my dad. I'm like, Dad, stop it. I know you're trying to embarrass me while I'm on camera, but go in the other room. He comes in here and starts talking, and I'm like, Dad, so you want your voice to be on there where people could find you? But he's kind of stopped that because I said, it's not anybody you know. And he's like, oh, that's not any fun.
Parents have an ability to make you wish they would just go away.
Yes, they do. And it's crazy. Oh, Jeffrey said, I have a effect of turning people's luck around. My stepdad had work without work when the flubber bug hit. Let's call it flubber bug or the cooties. And I was to bring home the money while he was depressed. I insisted our luck would turn around, and it did. Cooties suck.
Okay, so how do I shadow this to accent the butt? So what do I say?
I'm not quite sure.
Please, Mama, don't pray for this.
Experiment? I don't know.
I mean, it's not the worst thing I've done. It's already been outed because I've been having my past stalked anyways, so I kind of used to be an erotica writer, so
Right.
that's not exactly the worst thing I've done. When I wrote this stuff pretty young, go back over a decade to when I was writing it. Wasn't a big deal to me, but it was under a different name on another site.
A smart move.
But somebody decided to threaten my friend on Twitter by posting pictures of me from that site threatening to come after me.
That's crazy.
So I posted that I used to write erotica, so fucking what? Share it, I dare you. And I got a lot of support and a whole bunch of messages asking to read it.
Oh my god. Oh Lord.
So it's like, yo, fuck them.
You're never one to it's like somebody threatens you, you're like, so bring it.
But it's creepy too, because that means they're really digging in my past if they had those pictures already to threaten him with. Because those are not defined.
Yeah, I think that's with all these really horrible people. They do that with everyone. They try to dig into all the past. They try to talk to people's families and destroy their lives. And
I had them threaten to go after my medical history. It's like, oh, good fucking luck. I went through IHS stylings. The tribe's already been investigated. They've already discovered that every record beyond a few years back has been destroyed.
Really?
Because they don't have computers and technology. It's third world there, and they didn't want to warehouse it. They burned them. I don't legally have a medical past, really. Other than the documents I have copies of in my house. They're the only copies that exist.
And nobody could claim about that it was false?
I mean, if I have to press it, I have signatures from doctors on the papers here, but my doctor knows my medical anyways.
That is
but to prove a lot of the shit I've been through, I can't really legally do.
Ouch.
Because I can't get the certified copies required.
Because they burn them. Man, that sucks.
It also means anybody who's saying they're going to go after my medical past to prove it true or false, it's like good fucking luck, because you need an act of God.
That's actually true. Considering what you're saying, it's like, oh, geez.
But even making that threat's creepy and pretty much illegal.
Yeah, because it goes against, that's a HIPAA violation. If you even do access somebody's information.
Without their consent. And that's a public HIPAA violation. There's public and doctor versions of that.
There is, yeah, that is true.
Hmm. Um, Here's the other for you because I called it out because apparently I was not allowed to get a doctor to see me because apparently being medically unable to wear masks means I don't get to talk to a doctor, which is a
Jeez.
violation of the you have to treat people who need treated laws.
Right.
Um, they tried to get everybody to sign a consent in order to be seen by a doctor that gives them the right to photograph and video record you and share your medical. Mm-mm.
What the heck?
You can't do that. And you can't require that permission in order for people to be treated. No, no. And they tried to block it so that you couldn't screenshot this. It would actually screw with your device and say screenshot not allowed.
On a computer, could you say print screen?
You couldn't do anything with it. It was locking all the consents on your device, which is not
Oh,
legal either. So I took my other phone and photographed it and sent it out to people.
smart move. It's like, what the heck? There are so many problems with that about Big Brother and all that other crap that people hate.
It's like, this is not going to wash. This is not going to happen. And I am going to call it out. And if you think you
Good.
can block the buttons and keep me from doing it, you better think again.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
No, where there's a will, there's a gold digger.
Great. Now
Oh,
I'm going to have Gold Digger stuck in my head.
old saying of mine, sorry.
Oh my gosh. It's nuts. Oh, did you see the post Mecha Random retweeted earlier?
I really haven't seen much of anything because there's no point in going there when I can't do anything. I'm completely locked out. All I can do is look and go, I want to comment.
Okay, give me a second. I will bring this up on share screen because I thought it was hilarious. Okay. Apparently, they said since they're removing blackface, it's got Klingons, and a bunch of those are white people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, y'all are stupid, and we're all going to call you out on it. It's like,
Well, this whole thing.
I wonder how
fucking ridiculous.
I wonder how long it's going to take before everything that politics is trying to do is going to blow up.
Oh, it's getting more volatile every day.
Ain't that the truth? I think there was a post earlier.
There's a friend of me and my mom's who's a very spiritual guy. 2017. He sent us a message saying to pray for us and stuff, saying that I have a predilection here. Things are going to get worse as a nation for a little while, for you guys quite a bit for a while, and then 2020 is going to be really bad for everybody.
It is. 2020 is a bad year for everybody.
He sent us this in 2017.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah, this year's been a little trippy to me thinking about that message.
How do you think he knew?
No, I do believe in visions. I do believe in soothsaying, if you want to call it that. So he's a very spiritual man. I think he was given a vision to warn friends to be ready.
Can understand that. I think there was a man who studies economics and history did say 2020 was also going to be a really bad year.
Yeah, but even in the economic studies, you couldn't have predicted a lot of this stuff.
True.
Economically, we knew there was going to be some struggling this year. We've always known that because trying to fix a culture, you know?
Right.
But nobody could have predicted all this insanity.
Oh, I agree. And I'm wondering if it's going to get worse before it gets better.
No, we won't know for sure, will we?
A lot of people are saying it. The next big, really bad thing is going to be in August. Wonderful, near my birthday. All right. Jeffrey Turner. When I hear gold digger, I'm not thinking about a woman sucking up to a rich old guy. I'm thinking of pilgrims from Pocahontas digging for gold. Oh my gosh.
Watch that movie.
Oh, just all crazy all the time. Okay, it says why we do it and why we're creating Patreon. All right. I think I'm probably gonna shut down. It's almost 2:00. I honestly didn't expect this to run past an hour. But yeah, I may do another one like Friday because I enjoy these. So yeah, if you're not following Rosetta, you better do it now. She's awesome.
By the way, Dark Gift Comics, Anthony,
Uh-huh.
Monday nights he does open mic night for people from fandom and Comicsgate to come showcase different talents they have and show and sing and perform.
Oh yeah. He did talk about that.
And that's basically become my escape for the week is to go hang out with him and sing once a week.
That's cool. I can't sing worth crap. I'm horrible, tone deaf, have no rhythm. But yeah, I'm going to close this off and we will catch you all on the flip side.